up? Hey y'all, what's up? It's me, your queen, B. So for this video, I'm going to talk about one of the most favorable sports in the Philippines. Wow, it's me and boxing.
And gentlemen, from Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas, let's get ready to rumble!
Boxing may sound like a dull sport, but there is a saying there is more than what meets the eye. Boxing actually has a significant history. It dates back to 3000 BC, or to be exact, 5,020 years ago. That was a pretty long time ago. It was introduced to the ancient Olympic Games by the Greeks. It was a harmless sport. Well, not technically. They did get harmed, but they lived until the Romans came. The Greeks used leather for their gloves, like these, like the ones we use. But the Romans exchanged these gloves for the cestus. So the cestus was a leather glove as well, but it was studded with metal and spikes and sometimes even poison. The Romans ended their game with that. Alongside the fall of the Roman Empire, the practice of boxing also fell. And by fell, I mean it stopped, discontinued, cancelled. It was cancelled. But it resurfaced in the 17th century in England and was developed into organized amateur boxing. And it even became an official sport back in 1880. Back in 1904, boxing made its way to the USA as an official Olympic sport. To all of you who don't know what the Olympic sports are, these are the 28 sports mastered by the greatest athletes all over the world, and they compete in what we call the Olympic Games. The Olympic Games happen twice every 4 years. The first one happens in the summer. That one is called the Summer Olympic Games. The second one happens in the winter. That one's called the Winter Olympic Games. The Americans dominated the world of boxing, winning over 109 medals. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? Pero wala pa rin makakatalo sa pambansang kamao ng Pilipinas, okay?
Gawin ko ang lahat para sa'yo.
And so, now, if you're interested in boxing, there are 4 basic equipments you need to have. The gloves, the hand wraps, the shoes, and a jumping rope. The glove serves to protect your knuckles. It serves as a protector of the tendons and the tiny bones inside your hand. Wraps are just as important as the gloves. They protect your hands from injury, and they help you use the correct muscles when you punch.
I'm just as important as you!
Now the shoes, I mean, come on. You don't wear regular shoes when you go play basketball, right? And ballet dancers don't wear sneakers when they dance. At least, most of them don't. There are these special shoes made for boxing. They're light and they have soft soles, and they're usually high cut to help the boxers gain and maintain balance. Although I'm not wearing them because I don't own any of them because they're expensive and I'm broke.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Now, in a minute or so, I'm going to demonstrate the 4 basic skills an aspiring boxer needs to master before becoming professional. So for now, I'm going to teach you about the basic rules and regulations used in boxing. Number 1. In professional boxing, a match consists of 12 3-minute rounds with 1-minute intervals used for rests. Number 2. The only way of attack is through punching with a clenched fist, and you may not strike below the belt, in the kidneys, or in the back of your opponent's head or back. Number 3. You cannot use the rope for leverage. Number 4. You cannot hit an opponent when they are down. Number 5. When a boxer is hit with a low blow, he or she or they can take 5 minutes to recover. And last but not the least, number 6. If an intentional foul ends the fight before 4 rounds are completed, the decision as to who wins will depend upon the judges. And now, since you know about the history, the equipment, and the rules and regulations in boxing, I feel like this is the time for you guys to know how to properly do the 4 basic skills a boxer needs to master. Now, before we head into all of that, you guys need to familiarize yourselves with what we call the fighting stance. The fighting stance is how boxers align themselves in the ring. Now, imagine your left foot being this hand, and now imagine your right foot being this hand. The top of your left foot needs to be balanced with the back of your right foot. And note this, they need to be shoulder length apart. Did you get all of that? I hope so. Now, for the first skill, or more specifically, the first type of punch, it's called the jab. So what you need to do is try to imagine yourself as a shotgun. Your arms being the nose of your shotgun, and your shoulders is where you get the bullets. The bullets is momentum, and you can get momentum by doing this.
With it. Yeah.
And now that you've got momentum, you need to extend that momentum from here to the fists of your hand. And you can do this by punching like this. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to lengthen your arm as you punch. And by doing so, you're adding more force to the gloves of your hand, to the body of your opponent. And now, number 2, the cross. Now, the cross and the jab are very similar, but I'm going to try my best to try to differentiate them for you. So as you remember, when you try and jab your enemies, you're lengthening the nose of your shotgun, your arms, right? But now, when you're trying to cross your opponents, you're trying to simultaneously attack them while also protecting your chest area. You can do this by, instead of lengthening the nose of your shotgun, your arms, you're going to build a frame of your chest, a square frame, like that. And you're going to punch like this. So as you can see, I'm trying to punch my opponent while also maintaining my posture so that I can protect my chest area. This is done when you are in close contact or you have a short distance from your opponent. So number 3, the hook. Now, it is called the hook because your arm with your hand looks like a hook when you attack your opponents, like that. So you can achieve this by imagining that there's a table at the front of you and there's candy on the table. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to get that candy as fast as possible. Just like doing the renegade. Renegade, renegade, renegade. I don't know how to dance it, but it's kind of like that, right? So you're going to use the same fighting stance as before. And like what I said, you're going to get that candy as fast as possible. And also, your fists need to be held like this, almost like you're giving a thumbs up. So put your fist, put your arm on the table, and you're going to get that candy like that. Now, it's important that you hold your fist like this and not like this when you're trying to do a hook. Because there's a big chance if you do it like that, that you injure your arms, your shoulders, your elbows, and most importantly, the knuckles at the end of your pinky. So the last basic skill you need to master as a boxer is the uppercut. So the uppercut is relatively easy compared to the other 3 because you don't need a fighting stance when you try and do it, just as long as you have enough upper body strength. So imagine that there's a margin from your belly button to the front of your chin. So you're going to punch from your belly button to the front of your chin, like that. So, the goal in uppercutting your enemies is making them fall, and you're going to do that by punching their lower jaws. Now, when you punch your lower jaws, there's a big probability that they're going to lose balance and fall. And now, if they don't get up for at least 10 seconds, you are going to be the winner of the round. So that is about it. Those are the 4 basic skills you need to master before becoming a professional boxer. So before I end this video, I want you guys to understand that boxing is not just about hitting people and making them fall. It is an art. It is a sport just like any other and should not be downgraded. Okay? Respect boxers.
Para sa'yo ang laban na to.